What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're part of my 37 subscribers, if you're not, my name is Steve Daniel and I help content creators make money. Today on the channel, I want to talk about how to have a blurry background, right? As you can see right now, behind me is a bit blurry, and I've noticed that a lot of people have been looking on social media and people ask me, oh, can you have a blurry background because it's good for your videos or your photos? So guys, today I'm going to tell you exactly how to make it happen. Alright guys, so let's be honest. When you have a blurry background, it looks good. You know, it makes everything more cinematic. It makes everything looks a bit more professional, but it also make whoever is in front, let's say for me, look crispier, right? The reason why is because it depends on many factors. The first thing that we have to take into consideration is called the aperture, right? So let me pull up an image right now. The way the aperture works is basically, like you can see this image, right? And it's basically what you can see between a large versus small aperture. So the more large, the more open your lens is, the more light comes in and the more you'll be able to have a blurry background in a way, right? So as you can see, when the aperture is at 2.8, you can see that the lens basically is really open, so more light comes in and it can make a separation into what's the focus and what's behind the focus. So what's going to be in the blurry mode at the end of the day. It's a bit like when you look at your finger, for example. If you put your finger in front of your face, you focus on it and you can see that everything behind that finger is a bit blurry. And the smaller the hole is, the less light comes in and the more everything becomes focused, right? So for example, right now, I'm using a lens with an aperture of 1.8. So as you can see, you see me well, I look good, I look crispy, but everything behind me is blurry. But let's say I put up the aperture now to, let's say 10 or 15. It's a bit of a mess behind me, but you can see everything pretty good, right? So that's the first thing you gotta know, is really it's all about the aperture. The second thing is actually about the depth of field, right? The depth of field is actually the distance between you and the lens, right? So what's the distance between the lens is focused on me, it's not focusing on anybody behind me, so it's gonna focus on me and puts everything behind me in a blurry vibe. So it's always important to focus what is the depth of field, because let's be honest, if I was sitting in the back over there, right, and I was talking to you the same distance as the how do you call this? I'm so French. The IKEA furniture. if I'm the same distance as the IKEA furniture behind me, let's be honest, man, there's no depth of field, there's no distance, so it's impossible really to have it blurry. So be sure to have a difference between what's focused and what's the background you want to focus, right? Now that you know how to make a bit of a blurry background, you're like, okay, but why would I not need to put the background not blurry at the end of the day? Because everything looks nicer. As you can see in some of the shots I've taken in the past, it looks super cool. It's because sometimes you need to do landscape, right? You need to be able to focus on everything at the same time. So that's why you need to put the aperture very small and be sure that everything's in focus. So it all depends really, to be honest with you, with the type of shots that you want to take at the end of the day, right? There's not more I can tell you about how to have a blurry background, you know? It's all about like the lens, the aperture. I mean, there's lenses that can be very, very, very good with a lower number for aperture. You know, you can go to 1.4 or 1.2 and actually even 0.95, right? So those are f-stops that are very, very low, but those are good lenses for you. I mean, once you're able to play with your background to have it blurry, it's actually perfect for portrait photography. As you can see, I have some portrait shots that I can show you right now. They're very nice when you take a look at the way there's actually a nice blurry background. And me, I'm a big fan of it for my photos, for my videos, and I feel like if that's something that you want to use today, go on it. And actually guys, even if you have the G7X, the G7X go all the way down to 1.8 for f-stop. So it's pretty good, guys. You can use that to make amazing vlogs, focus on yourself and have the rest behind you blurry. There's one thing though you got to keep in consideration, is the lower your f-stop is, the higher it's going to be, the more bright everything is going to be, right? So what you might notice is that you're going to put your f-stop at 1.8, but then you need to reduce the ISO or increase your shutter speed, right? So those are things that you need to keep in consideration. Another thing that I would suggest is maybe using an ND filter for your lens, which is going to make everything already like more dark, protected from the sun, and help you actually capture better shot outside. That being said, guys, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it's been officially a month that I'm on YouTube with this channel. channel. So I actually gonna post another update video tomorrow. Actually, I'm gonna be just the same. I'm gonna do it right now, just to let you know about my first month on YouTube, how I feel about it. Am I happy? I'm actually very happy about it. But just for you guys to understand a bit more of the process if you're a small YouTuber that want to get it started. But that being said, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week, or actually no, I'll see you this weekend for another video. But guys, like I said, I post twice a week and really appreciate the love. So thank you for leaving a like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Peace.